Mars is born out of this concept that you could actually call this full stack libraries microapps. So it's a concept of microapps
Mhm.
where the end application, it can be mobile app, website, an app on TV, like any kind of software, uh, may consist of microapps, because before Mars, you would have to build it out of the the words available in the coding language, right? Like using if
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
switch and etc. So that's what you did before. Then we got
Mhm.
this libraries such as this networking libraries and etc. That simplified the life. So you would have to write less code and you use some of those
Mhm.
libraries. Uh,
Yep.
but there's a lot more room left there, right? And then we came up with the idea that microapps can solve the missing piece of the problem, where
Mhm.
basically the only work the developer should actually do, in our opinion, is
Mhm.
build the business logic, and the microapps should supply all the features that they operate with. Right? That's the ideal way. That's the utopia where you want to build a project, you go in, you pick 25 micro apps that cover every part of your project, you glue them together, you write some code for the business logic, and the thing is working. And the good thing here is that since you don't build the micro apps yourself, you use the micro apps built by
Mhm.
others who put a lot of time into it, and they make a living on it. Then the quality is really high. So if you take the micro app for authentication, it has all possible ways to
Mhm.
enter the account, like 25
Mhm.
ways. So you pick one or two, but it has all of them, right? And you don't have to maintain it. If something changes on Google API for Google login,
Mhm.
you don't have to change it. They will fix it for you, and that's like
Mhm.
utopia. But then we realized
Mhm.
that in the real world, the software is always dynamic and the
Mhm.
requirements change, and the microapps might not be up to date. You might come up with some great idea for the login window that's not present in the microapp, right? And how do we solve it? In
Mhm.
the library world, you can solve it. Like, people don't really go into the libraries and change them because it's really complicated to understand the library, because it's very random way of creating libraries. Like, only the creators understand it because they picked certain code style and certain patterns. While with microapps, we thought, like, first, we make it super simple for you to reuse microapps. And
Mhm.
the other thing that we have to make even simpler is modifying microapps, because we don't believe that any of the micro app can eventually fulfill your needs. And
Mhm.
that's why, in order not to fail when your requirements grow, we made it really simple for you to modify the micro app without a big hustle, so that you have 30 micro apps and you can change all of them, and that all happens in one place. So that was like step number two. Like,
Mhm.
we realized that we have to build our own IDE, our own developer environment, because we didn't want people to jump from 25 projects in VS Code in order to change the micro apps, compile them, upload them to npm, download. Like, it's a hustle. It's impossible, right? We wanted that to be
Mhm.
real time. Like, I'm using microapps, I can change the microapps, I can change my own project, and I can change the IDE. But let's keep it on the imaginary sphere for now.
Okay.
But to simplify,
Focus everybody.
yeah, to simplify into one sentence what
Mhm.
Mars is, some things you can't simplify to one sentence, right? But
Yeah.
if you have to, I would say this: that Mars is a low-code platform
Mhm.
that lets you operate with microapps to build your
Mhm.
software. Uh,
Mhm.
so it
Mhm.
is not that far from the concept of microservices. But if you
Mhm.
dig into microservices, in microservices, the idea is not that you use a lot of microservices built by others. The idea is that you build microservices and you connect them together, right? So it sounds the
Mhm.
same, but it is very different. And the core idea in Mars
Mhm.
is that
Mhm.
it's a low-code platform where you build your software using microapps, and the
Mhm.
microapps aren't built by you. It can be
Mhm.
built by you, but
Mhm.
the microapps are the primary businesses of other developers, who are like spending days and nights building those microapps. And because of that, you can trust the quality. You can trust that the microapps will be fixing their issues and errors and bugs quite fast, comparing to open source regular world where it's a hobby and nobody gonna fix something very
Yeah.
fast because you ask them, because you're not paying them, right? And here we create certain model where there is high incentive for the micro app builders to improve their micro apps. So it's a low-code platform where you can build your software using micro apps and save a lot of time because you reuse the micro apps.